Welcome back to our weekly Cybersecurity News Roundup for the week of November 20th, 2023, where we dive into cyber headlines that shaped the week to keep you informed and protected. Let's get started. CISA hacks Idaho National Laboratory, exposing sensitive data. First up in this episode, we'll discuss a recent cyber attack on the Idaho National Laboratory, INL, a crucial component of the U.S. Department of Energy. INL is known for its forward-leaning work in securing operational technology and creating cybersecurity capabilities for critical infrastructure. The attack was perpetrated by the notorious CISA hackers, who claim to have gained unauthorized access to the laboratory's HR system and stolen sensitive data, including personal information such as full names, dates of birth, email addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers, addresses, and employment details. The CISA hackers group announced their claim in a Telegram post on Sunday, stating that they had accessed, quote, hundreds of thousands of user, employee, and citizen data, unquote. They also released a sample of the leaked data, but Cyberscoop could not independently verify the authenticity of the data or the extent of the breach. The INL spokesperson confirmed that the breach had taken place, but said that the lab was still investigating the extent of the damage. The incident raises significant concerns as the hackers assert unauthorized access to the laboratory's system, boasting possession of sensitive data, including personal information. This cyber attack on the Idaho National Laboratory serves as a reminder of the ever-evolving threat landscape and the importance of robust cybersecurity measures. Organizations, particularly those in critical infrastructure sectors, must prioritize cybersecurity and implement comprehensive strategies to protect their systems and data from cyber attacks. Next, cybersecurity firm executive pleads guilty to hacking hospitals. In a shocking case of misplaced trust, a cybersecurity executive, Vikas Singla, has pleaded guilty to hacking into the systems of two hospitals, part of the Gwinnett Medical Center, or GMC. In June 2021, is when this attack occurred. Driven by the misguided attempt to boost his company's business, Securalytics, Singla disrupted the hospital's phone and network printer services, stole the personal information of over 200 patients, and even printed out "We own you" messages on the stolen data. This egregious breach not only caused significant financial damage to the hospitals, amounting in over $817,000, but also exposed sensitive patient information to the risk of identity theft and other malicious activities. Singla's actions highlight the alarming trend of cyber attacks targeting healthcare institutions, emphasizing the urgent need for robust cybersecurity measures to protect patient data and maintain the integrity of the healthcare system. The prosecutors have requested a sentence of 57 months of probation, including home detention, considering Singla's recent diagnosis of a rare and incurable form of cancer. However, the judge can impose a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years during the sentencing hearing, which is scheduled for February 15, 2024. This case serves as a stark reminder that even those entrusted with protecting sensitive information can pose a significant security threat. Healthcare organizations must remain vigilant, implementing comprehensive cybersecurity strategies that include strong password policies, multi-factor authentication, and thorough cybersecurity training for employees. By prioritizing cybersecurity, healthcare institutions can safeguard patient data and uphold the trust placed in them. Having an insider threat program is also recommended to ensure proper monitoring even of employees, contractors, and consultants. Next, CISA adds 3 exploited vulnerabilities to their catalog, including critical Sophos web appliance flaw. In a move to help organizations prioritize vulnerability remediation, the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, has added 3 actively exploited security issues to its Known Exploited Vulnerabilities, or KEV, catalog. These vulnerabilities affect Microsoft devices, a Sophos product, and an enterprise solution from Oracle. The 3 vulnerabilities are CVE 2023-36584, a security feature bypass vulnerability in Microsoft Windows that affects the mark of the web feature, CVE 2023-1671, a command injection vulnerability in Sophos web appliance that allows remote code execution, CVE 2020-2551, an unspecified vulnerability in Oracle Fusion middleware that allows an unauthenticated attacker with network access via IIOP to compromise the WebLogic server. And CISA is urging federal agencies to apply available security updates for these three issues before December 7th. While Microsoft addressed CVE 2023-36584 in its October 2023 Patch Tuesday update, it is not yet marked as actively exploited. The critical flaw in Sophos Web Appliance CVE 2023-1671 was fixed on April 4th, 2023, and affects versions of the software before 4.3.10.4. However, it is important to note that Sophos Web Appliance reached end of life on July 20th and no longer receives any type of updates. Sophos recommends that customers migrate to Sophos Firewall Web Protection. CISA's KEV catalog is primarily aimed at federal agencies in the United States, but organizations worldwide are advised to use it as an alert system for exploited vulnerabilities and take the necessary steps to update their systems or apply vendor-recommended mitigations. Next, Long Beach declares emergency after cyber attack. The city of Long Beach, California has declared a local emergency following a cyber attack that forced the city to shut down some of its systems. The attack, which occurred on November 14th, is the third major cyber incident to hit a California city in recent months. The city manager has stated that the attack could have significant impacts on the city's ability to provide critical services to the public. The city is looking to expand funding to bring in outside emergency contracts and services as needed. City officials have encouraged residents to voice their opinions at a public meeting scheduled for noon Pacific Time on Friday, November 17th. The meeting will be available in person and on Zoom. Internal IT teams and outside cybersecurity experts are working diligently to identify the source and scope of the incident. The teams, along with the FBI, are currently assessing potential vulnerabilities, implementing additional security measures, and strategizing a mitigation, response, and recovery plan. So far, there is no word on what caused the network security event, and no ransomware group has come forward to claim responsibility at this time. And finally, FCC adopts new rules to protect consumers from cell phone account scams. The U.S. Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, is taking action to protect consumers from cell phone account scams that make it possible for malicious actors to orchestrate SIM swapping attacks and port-out fraud. These scams have a devastating consequence, allowing scammers to gain access to victims' personal information, financial accounts, and even hijack their online identities. The new FCC rules will require wireless providers to implement stronger authentication measures before making any changes to a customer's account, such as swapping a SIM card or porting a phone number to a new carrier. This will make it more difficult for scammers to take control of a victim's phone without their knowledge or consent. In addition, the FCC is requiring wireless providers to notify customers immediately whether a SIM change or port-out request is made on their accounts. This will give customers the opportunity to take action to protect themselves if they believe their account has been compromised. The FCC's actions are a welcome step in the fight against cell phone account scams, which have been on the rise in recent years. By implementing stronger authentication measures and providing customers with more timely notifications, the FCC is helping to make it harder for scammers to succeed. The FCC is also investigating the potential of artificial intelligence to combat robocalls and robotexts. AI could be used to identify and block unwanted calls and texts, but it could also be used by scammers to create more sophisticated scams. The FCC is looking to strike a balance between using AI to improve the quality of communication and protecting consumers from fraud. Overall, the FCC's actions are a positive step towards protecting consumers from cell phone account scams. By implementing stronger authentication measures, providing timely notifications, and exploring the use of AI, the FCC is helping to make the internet a safer place for everyone. And that concludes our look at this week's top cybersecurity stories. As the digital landscape evolves, staying informed is your first line of defense. If you found this roundup helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to be notified about new content.